Alright, we are back with more Gabriel Knight. Let's see if I got the message right.
Pleased with his message, Gabriel tosses the break down. Now, if only DJ reads it in time.
DJ brings Seki Madur. We need that from the thing. And I just left my drink over by the sink. Hold on. Alright, now that that's resolved, let's head out of here. Seriously. Out of here. Alright. Let's get out of here. I mean, let's go to somewhere else. Hey, she's back.
Gabriel should get...
You're back. You know, you really freaked me out running off like that. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Stay away from Margagetti, or you shall pay with your life.
Yikes. Jeez.
What the hell is going on?
Scary. Let's see how Mosley's doing. I like Mosley. He's my friend. Sometimes I run to things and sometimes I saunter to them gently. I don't know why.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up. Knight, I hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The Voodoo Murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, son of a bitch. I ask you about some stuff. You're the... What do you know?
The case is closed. There's nothing more to discuss.
It's not closed, you ding-dong.
There's been another murder. A professor at Tulane.
What? What are you talking about?
Just listen. This guy's name is Hartridge. He was a professor in African Studies at Tulane. Yesterday, I went to see him about the Voodoo Murders case.
Did you?
He agreed to do some research for me. He calls me up this morning, tells me he's onto something big. And when I get over there, the guy's dead.
Dun dun dun!
People died, Knight. Was the guy's heart ripped out?
Well, no, but...
Then there's nothing to relate it to the Voodoo Murders case, which is closed anyway. The coroner will pick him up. If he asks for a homicide investigation, we'll do one. Otherwise...
But I'm the link to the Voodoo Murders case, don't you see?
Look, if I were you, I wouldn't repeat that to anyone. If I weren't an old friend of yours, I might take you seriously and lock you up. As it is, maybe you should start keeping your mouth shut. Not involve other people with this shit. You think it's so dangerous.
Okay, you suck as a cop.
Does the name Ogun Badakri mean anything to you?
Of course not.
Say what?
Ogun Badakri. It's a voodoo loa.
Speak English or shut up, Knight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Guess I'll take that as a no.
Alright.
Crash is dead.
What? What are you talking about? I let him go yesterday.
Yeah, and I watched him die yesterday at St. Louis Cathedral.
At the cathedral? Guess he was trying to get a last-minute A-train ticket, eh? Poor bastard.
I think you should go find the body at the morgue. He was killed by the voodoo cult. Crash said.
Crash said? Did he mention pink elephants, too?
Aren't you going to investigate?
Yeah.
Civilians. Did you actually see someone kill him?
No. Actually, I was with him when he died. Could have been poison, though.
Yeah, well, when they get the body in, they'll do a quick autopsy. Standard procedure. If it's anything other than an overdose, I'll get a report. but it won't happen. I know these guys. Lock them up overnight and they tend to overdo it the next day.
Your professionalism is astonishing.
Yeah, no kidding.
How can I convince...
Look, the department's not in.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I've got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless. And besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
Oh, yeah?
Voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay. You want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
Alright, you want
What
proof?
do you mean?
You need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Alright, I can do that.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
Yes.
This does sound like the same M.O. 1810?
Yep.
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? That they are a threat?
Sure. If there is a voodoo cult, they're a threat.
You suck.
The letters
Letter.
of the
Letter.
It's Gabriel sketch. Gabriel sketched a new series.
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
Yeah.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? Well, that's pretty good work, Knight. But that doesn't prove that this pattern is really connected to voodoo.
Yes, it is. Yes, it does. God, there are none so blind as those who will not see.
Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? And what about them?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
Really? It's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here?
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you've convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult.
You'll never guess how I got this snake scale. You know the voodoo museum in town? Well, their snake tried to strangle me.
Uh-huh, I bet. Look, I don't have anything against you playing amateur PI, but if I get calls about you molesting animals, I'm gonna have to put a stop to it.
Molesting? Goodness. Alright. Is that enough for him to reopen the case?
Can I ask you? How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still
I've given
need
you
to
everything.
Get me a lead on the cult.
Ah, I haven't given you a lead on the cult. Alright. Lead on the cult.
I have this snake bracelet. It's a replica of one used in secret voodoo ceremonies a few decades ago.
Really? And what makes you think so?
I got it from an old Creole lady whose grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau.
Gabriel, Gabriel. We get these little old ladies in here all the time. That bracelet is probably not genuine, and it wouldn't prove anything if it were.
Alright. What a jerk.
I took this tracing from a tattoo on Crash's chest. It's related to the underworld voodoo cult.
Yeah? What makes you think that?
It's what Crash said just before he died.
He was probably hallucinating from the drugs he OD'd on. Probably got that in the Navy or something.
No, I'm sure it's related. It's a snake seed. And
even if it were a signal of some sort, that doesn't prove that the murders were done by a legit voodoo cult.
You're kidding me, right, buddy? What else do I have that can be evidence?
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah? Well, what makes you think it's related to the murders?
Well, it was at the crime scene.
Sure. Must be from the only snake in Louisiana, all right. That voodoo snake. Christ.
Oh, come on. It's a connection. It really is. Alright. I seem to have been having a little trouble, but I think I may have figured it out.
Gabriel magnifies the scale from the lake. Huge. He places the two scales.
Yes, the two scales together become the new. There we go.
I have these two snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum.
Alright.
And charges.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constricted scales, and the coloring is the same. Python's coloring is quite individualistic.
I can't hear you with the music.
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python is
The Voodoo Museum's pythons have seen the murder.
Lead, all right. Certainly suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, right?
Thank you.
If we can tie them into this voodoo cult, we just might have something. Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here tonight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department. I have a feeling I'm on my own. In fact, I better lock up this office just in case I step on a few toes. Come on.
You better lock up? What, you're afraid other cops are gonna kill you?
I'm gonna hit
the road.
Now, lay low and let me handle this.
Of course.
Yeah, fine.
Sure. It's getting late already?
Gabriel decides to go home.
Man, the days are short here. Must be winter. Boop, 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 boop. Busy.
Dang!
Here come the dreams again. Old man, fire, snake, cheetah lady. We've kind of seen this before. Dream sequences. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Toothpick. Yay, toothpick. Alright, good morning. Good morning, city. Morning, New Orleans. And then the night became as day. I glimpsed the reddest claw. The face of fear looked back at me as I gazed into the maw. Ooh, spooky times, spooky times. Whoa. Chicken. Hello, chicken. Okay, Grody. That chicken is still moving.
What is...
Gabriel?
I see it, Grace. Hold on.
There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in back. It's okay.
Okay. Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No. I'll take care of it.
But Gabriel...
I said I'll take care of it. Why don't you go get some coffee? I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
Oh, they know where you live now.
It's gonna be fine. Now go on. Are you sure you don't want to go home? I could close the shop today.
No! I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone. Oh, not that they aren't still watching. Anyway, speaking of keeping busy, we got that book you ordered in this morning. The one on Rada drums.
Really? Great.
That I ordered or that I told you to order and you did for me? Okay, that's just tacky.
Gabriel!
Whoa!
I see it. Stay back.
It's just an envelope.
I can see that.
Time Gabriel finds an article about Saint Jean's Eve. It discusses the day's Catholic roots and its adoption by voodoo devotees. In the early to mid-1800s, Saint Jean's Eve was celebrated with elaborate voodoo gatherings at Lake Pontchartrain, Bayou Saint-Jean, and other sites outside the city. These days, the day is commemorated commercially in some of the local shops, and a few churches still hold a St. Jean's Eve Mass. Despite his better judgment, Gabriel reads his horoscope. Today you will either die or your life will change forever.
Sure. Why
Wow.
not? It is St. John's Eve. They'll be out tonight for sure. But where?
Heavy.
The book contains several pages of Rada drum code.
Fascinating.
The envelope is unmarked. Gabriel eyes the surreptitious. Gabriel opens the envelope and finds a note from Mosley and a small brass key. Mosley's note says,
Gabe, I have to go underground with this thing. It runs wide and deep throughout the department and the city board. I'm already being watched. It was suggested I take vacation time, so I am, at least as far as they know. Try to keep out of this. It's too hot for a rookie. Just in case, I'm sending you my office key. You might find some useful things there. Yes, I think this note will look great in the book, don't you? Make sure you save it.
the note is signed, Detective Mosley. The snake thought, why use the...
Will you do me a favor?
What?
Use your paints to copy this snake tattoo onto my chest.
Now why on earth would you want me to do that?
It wards off evil. It's a good luck snake.
Yeah, well, about that tattoo job, good luck finding someone else to do it.
I'm going to a party tonight. Costume, you know.
You don't say. I guess you're going with Malia.
Yeah, that's right.
And why should I help you out? We don't even like Malia.
Well, if you're jealous about my feelings for her...
You know that's not it. I just think, as your friend, that she's trouble.
It's perfectly understandable. I know you have certain feelings for me. Quite naturally.
Me? I would rather be hung by my hair over a bed of scorpions.
I know it must be hard having it in your face like this. No chance to avoid hearing about it, seeing it day by day.
Fine. I'll do it. Just shut up. Can we at least go in the back?
Sure, but... Could you say that one more time and pout your lips more?
Ugh.
I'm amused. So, we're having the voodoo
What'd I
identification
say?
tattoo drawn on us.
All right. Let's go. The shirt, please.
Nothing can go wrong with
You
this
don't know
plan.
how long I've been waiting for this moment.
Now. Hold still.
Maybe you'd like to tie me up?
One more remark, and I'm leaving.
Okay, okay.
Don't piss her off, man.
Done. It's just stunning.
Sorry I couldn't make it last longer.
Well, it was about what I expected from you.
Alrighty. I think that's about enough time for now. We're pretty much done here. So I'm going to call it a day or a night or whatever this is. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.